and I am here with Make It Mini Monday, and today I am going to be following the sketch by Steak Goddess here on YouTube. I have picked out this Heidi Swapp preset word sheet, and then I built a title using the Simple Stories Color Vibes Wood Grain. So I've got all-time favorite full of hot air. It doesn't make any sense, but here's the photos. So now I hope it makes a little bit more sense. I also have these Sherbert chipboard pieces from 49 and Market. I don't have a whole lot of these left, but I'm going to apply some of them maybe on my layout. I also have the Tidal Wave ephemera bits that I am dwindling away, but I have to say this is my last layout using this collection. So I'm going to have to figure out what else I can do because I have quite a bit left over from this collection. I pulled out all of these branding strips that seem to color coordinate along with that wood grain that I had left over. I have two leftover pieces of cardstock that were from a previous project or two. And then I have these scraps right here that were absolutely perfect. They match the beach balls perfectly. So I've got the lime, the lemon, and the raspberry, and then this will be my background paper. It's the foundation speckled paper because it, again, is round with beach ball representation. So I am going to trim this down to 8.5 by 11 because today is Make It Mini Monday. So we're going to do a mini layout or a pocket page, anything that is smaller than 12 by 12 on Mondays for about as long as we have the ability to. So what I mean by that is my layouts always have small pages, and I seem to always ignore those pages or wait to do them till last. And I was talking to Janet because she is always my cohort in everything that I end up doing here on it's YouTube. Sorry. So I talked to her about it, and she's like, well, I wouldn't mind doing a series on smaller pages. I do smaller pages too. And so I was like, oh, well, that would be great because I need something to keep me accountable for all of these small layouts that I tend to ignore, because once my large layouts are done, I'm ready to move on to the larger album or to the next album and be able to do more larger pages. So with Make It Mini Monday, we are going to be able to keep ourselves accountable and actually finish the albums in a timely manner because I have an assignment now on Mondays to do a smaller layout instead of just whatever I want to do. So I think that's going to be super fun. All right, so I'm just building a border going off of the sketch. There was almost like a punched border ish, and so what I'm doing is just building my border, and I happen to show everyone during class. We have our no fuss clustering class going on, and during class I showed everyone how to make a scalloped border using your corner rounder punch, a specific type of corner rounder punch. And so I happened to have that piece left over from the class, and so I thought it was absolutely perfect to go ahead and add it to because it matched everything that I had going on in this little border cluster. So now what I'm doing is I'm going to cut all of my papers basically where I have all of these circles left over. So I'm cheating and making them square or rectangle. And that way I have all of these nice size scraps left over instead of all these scraps that have all these leftover circles on them or cut out circles. So what I'm doing now is I'm just going to toss out all of the major scraps, all the yucky bits, and see what I have left over. So I've got a good size yellow, and now I'm going to just trim down my red because most of the beach balls are yellow and red. And then of course my son's shirt is that neon yellow, which kind of looks green in the photo, especially when I add green to it. So I think that that's going to be perfect match right there. And now I'm feeling like a tropical vibe going on, and that is what my kids are doing. So it was my turn. This is July in my 2001 album. And what I'm doing is I'm getting prepared for Bunko. And we decided to make it fun because, we like parties too, but we don't have enough excuses to have parties, that we were going to do a themed bunko this year. And so every month we had a little theme going on. And I chose, since it was July, I chose a beach party. And I had little shark table mats. So I had little sharks swimming all over our tables, and the kids blew up beach balls and we were tossing them around during our bunko game. And then I set up the patio to where it had tiki torches and, what are they called? Like the little nets and things that I had seashells attached to. I mean, we just went all out. Until, of course, it got way too hot and we had to move everything into the garage. But I even had a really cool, little pool that had a pine, no, it's not a pine tree. What is that tree called? Palm tree in the center of it. And I filled it up with ice, and that was where all of the waters and drinks were located. So it was super fun, you guys. I had a blast, even though we had to move everything into the garage, and the patio wasn't the exact spot. We haven't done our pergola yet over the patio, and once the pergola gets there, I think the shade will definitely help. So I'm super excited to do that, but wood is expensive these days, you guys. So we're kind of waiting for the wood to go back down and be more affordable like it used to be. So anywho, going to go ahead and add my title down. So I've got all-time favorite, which was really fun. The boys wanted to see who could blow it up before touching the ball with their hands and who had the most hot air in them, which technically, your breath, I guess, is hot air, but they were just doing this little competition. So my youngest son, who is the one actually touching his ball, blew it up faster than my middle son, who is still not touching his ball because it's not quite there yet. But my youngest son is getting ready to cap it off. He's done blowing it up, basically, and he kept talking through it like, how do I blow this up? He's just like still trying to blow on the ball, but he doesn't know how to not, he didn't know what now. He didn't know the next step. And so it was just funny because they were all gung-ho about blowing up these balls, but then after, what do they do with them? So anyways, from that Getaway Thickers sheet, I had a couple of these tropical elements on there. It was more for vacation and whatnot. And I was like, oh my gosh, this fits perfect. Granted, it's not in the layout of what they are doing, but it fits of why they are doing it. And so I was like, yeah, I'm going to add a pink flamingo and a palm tree and a pineapple and, this red flower, but cover up that pink one. I'm not going to use that. And then, of course, that pink one definitely does not end up on my layout. And then I have this little circular bit because I had a few little circles, which I thought added to the funness of this layout, that just said silly times or silly memories, one of the two. And so I absolutely loved the addition of these open loop circles. It is one of the favorite things in the 49 and Market collection that I enjoyed. So that is my silly little layout that I have for you guys today. I'm so pleased with how all of these random colors came together and actually matched to my photos, and all of the elements that I had randomly in this bin over here fit perfect for why they're blowing up beach balls. Granted, I didn't take the pictures because once bunko begins, it's a no holds bar. There's no photo taking whatsoever. But it's there. It's part of my story. And so I thought that it worked out really well to have those elements. So anyways, Sandy, thank you so much for Follow a Sketch February. I had a blast. It was so super fun and made my February layouts come together amazingly fast. Oh my gosh. So thank you so much. And also too, don't forget to check out Janet Fritz's channel. She is Galaxy Girl Creations here on YouTube, and see what she is doing for Make It Mini Monday. I cannot wait. And I'm curious to see if she's going to use this sketch. I really am. I don't know if she's been following along with Follow a Sketch February. I'm not really sure. I honestly haven't paid attention. Don't tell her that. Anyways, thank you so much, and I will check y'all later. Bye.